It's good for me.
So Mikko, thank you for answering our questions. Reflecting on this season, do you feel disappointed to lose the title or satisfied that you were able to fight until the very end?
Well, both, obviously. Really disappointed that we lost it in the end by 1 point, and it was okay. It was really good season. Out of 12 rallies, I was 11 times in the podium, so in a way, even more frustrated that that wasn't enough. But it came down to one rally, last rally, and then Sebastian was faster over there. So you know that's okay. He deserved the title as well. So I just have to try again next year.
Do you feel that this season you got a step towards the other seasons?
I think so. Yeah, I was more experienced again. I mean, last year I thought that if I'm a little bit lucky, I might be able to fight for the title and maybe get along with the title quite a while, which we did. In the end, Sebastian won it with quite a few points, and this year I thought that this is definitely the year that we're going to fight harder, and we managed to do that. But it was just not quite enough.
At the beginning of the season, Sebastian recorded 5 victories in a row. How did you keep your motivation high towards this domination?
Well, I mean, I knew all the time, even back then, that we can challenge Sebastian, but we just have to have perfect rallies to be able to beat them. And in all the rallies, in Ireland, Norway, Cyprus, and Portugal, something small always went wrong, and it just wasn't perfect, and that's what you need if you want to beat Sebastian. So for sure it wasn't a good start, and after Argentina we were already 20 points behind. So I kind of gave up of the championship fight, but I knew that if we just get good rallies we can still win some events and beat Sebastian, so I already knew that we can do it. We still just have to carry on and always, just try again.
In the middle of the season, you've won your first rally in Greece, and then you scored finally 4 rallies in a row, whereas Sebastian got a bit trouble. Did you give that extra motivation?
For sure, I did. I mean, like I said, after Argentina, when I was 20 points behind, I thought that by driving there's no way I can catch him. And I was really surprised Sebastian made small mistakes, and he retired in Greece and then lost lots of points in Poland as well. So it was a surprise, but that result gave us a chance to become back to the championship fight, which for sure motivated me even more that now we have a chance again, and we just have to try even harder to get into a fight. So it was quite a big surprise how everything just turned around, and suddenly we were leading the title championship and we were back in the game.
How much have you learned and developed as a rally driver since your first season with Ford?
Well, a lot, I would say. I mean, first 2 years Markus was my teammate, and he was the guy who was fighting with Sebastian for the title, and I learned a lot from him, even though I wasn't asking all the time from Markus what he's doing, but many things started to be more simple for me when I saw how he works and how he approaches rallies and how he's testing. It just came more simple and more easier for me as well, and in the same time I got the experience of the rallies, and I got consistency, and I started to improve my speed slowly as well. So I think I definitely learned a lot, but it's always the last tenths of the seconds. Those are the most difficult to find, but I think that now we are really close.
This year you've shown a great consistency. Is it your great value as a rally driver, this consistency?
I think it's always been my best, my strongest point. I mean, I've always been really consistent, and maybe it already started when I was driving in Finland, like in Finnish championships. Like, it was always difficult situation. We never had so much money that the car we run in Finland, as always, if I crashed the car, we never would have had the money to fix it. So maybe it started already back then, that I slowly increased my speed, and I learned to be consistent already then, and just managed to keep it all the way through. And nowadays that is what you need for me. If you really want to fight for the title, it's so close with Sebastian. I mean, he wins rallies and he's pretty consistent as well. That you just have to score points in all the rallies.
What other qualities do you need to be a good race driver?
Well, you need to be patient, and I mean it doesn't happen one night to reach the level where you are now. But then you have to cope with the pressure as well. So I think all the drivers who are in this level, it's not about the skill, how they drive the car. It's about how you can cope with the pressure and how you can handle things mentally. That's the key thing. So no matter what happens, you have to know yourself where you are going. There's always comments outside from media, from the people, what's going on, what you should do, but you are the only guy who knows actually what's happened and what you can do. And you just have to keep your head cool and keep on going.
And any weakness that you still need to work on?
Well, one thing is easy to say that I'm not strong enough on tarmac. So as a driver, I really need to improve on tarmac, and I need to understand more of tarmac driving and how to set up a car on tarmac. So that's definitely something I need to improve a lot.
And what do you need to do differently for 2010 to seal your first championship?
Get 2 more points. That would be enough. But there's many things I wish I could have done differently in start of the season. Small things, but I know it now, so I know that all the experience again what I gained this year, I can be even stronger for next year. So, but I know Sebastian will do the same, so I'm sure it's going to be a close fight again.
And what updates will M Sport make to next season cars to help you remain competitive?
There's not much we can do. For sure they will work hard and try to find something from the car, but like all the homologations for World Rally cars, they are frozen anyway, so no one can get any new parts anymore. So this is what we have. And otherwise, I'm really happy with the car. It's very fast, but again, with the car as well, we just have to work more on tarmac, and hopefully we can find some solution to make the car better and faster on tarmac, and I think that's going to be our main aim for next season.
And last question concerning your co-driver. You've been driving with him for 9 years. How has your relationship developed since this past decade?
I think it's developing all the time, and it's been really, really good. And feels like even in the past 2 years we're getting closer and closer, and you just learn to know him even better. So he's really working hard. So Jarmo's really good co-driver and really fun guy to have around as well when you travel. So it's been really good. For sure I wouldn't be here without him. So definitely, I definitely respect him really high.
Thank you very much, Mikko.
Thank you.
Attends, je peux peut-être rajouter.
Oh.
Do you think you had a step this year? You grew a little bit more, as a driver too. Maybe you learn a lot during this big fight, long season 1, and for everybody outside of the championship, or for many people, maybe it was something special with you this season. It seems that you are not the same Mikko Hirvonen that last year, maybe.
Well, I always try to improve, and I don't think you ever get ready. And for sure, like last year, I thought that if I'm a little bit lucky and consistent, I can hang on into fight quite a long time. And instead of this year, I thought that okay, now we are there. We're definitely going to push harder and really fight for the title. And but it just I've been even more consistent now in really like when you're driving on a limit, and that's what you need. Even making one small mistake, and if you lose 10 or 20 seconds to Sebastian, that's too much nowadays. So I made a step again, but I'm sure I can be even better next year. So but for sure he can change as well a bit and learn more. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting again next year. I just can't wait to start it again and start going flat out.
And to live this sort of experience, like to be in fight for the championship, just at the limit, at the last event of the season, it's something also very interesting to have this sort of experience, because now you are able to fight until the last rally of the season.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of in a way it's experience as well, and it definitely kind of teaches me quite a bit. And it just, you understand, and even all the small details during the whole season, it can make the difference. So you just have to be even more on a case and think of absolutely everything there is going on in the whole season, not just one rallies. That and you have to just remember that it can be up to 1 point to decide the title.
Sometime during a rally, do you think after a stage or after when you came back at the services, you thought in your mind, oh my God, what we did there? It was something amazing, or it was impossible to win another tenth of the second or something like that?
Yeah, quite many times. I mean, it's there's some rallies you think that it's very difficult to explain for all the people that how hard you really have to push to be up there and really fight against Sebastian and other drivers as well. It is sometimes you're just driving absolutely on the limit, and it's well, going over the limit as well. But just with little luck, you just survive, and you don't crash or hit anything. So it's a bit of a survival game, but that's the thrill. That's why for me it's so exciting. It's really good feeling when you are kind of basically going really flat out everywhere and going faster than your notes tell you. But when you get the right feeling, it feels like you can do absolutely everything with the car, but it just works. It just goes like in a dream. And when you do that, it's that's why I enjoy rallying and driving so much.
And, as a driver, you are sometimes also concerned by the future rules of the rally, or you think it will be nice to do something else about the power of the cars? Are the cars too fast or not? Or are you happy with those sort of cars?
I think as being a driver, the first thing we always do is complain. No matter what the changes are, you just complain first. But then when you think about it, it's I think the rules and going to S2000 cars now, I think it's really good. Maybe to start with, the cars might be slower than the cars what we have now. But we are starting from the fresh table again, which is going to be very interesting for me to start developing a new car, completely new thing, and that's what rallying needs. I mean, hopefully we get more car manufacturers in rallies, and that would mean to have more seats for the drivers, more drivers in rallies, more competition, and it would be more interesting again, more fights for us. So for me it looks really good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.